going that way.
You are?
Yeah.
Going this way.
I got QSTs.
Okay.
Oh, I just skied that like as fast as I could.
90.
What?
Which one is it?
99.
Yeah.
It's 188, so I figured I would just go fast. Oh, my legs.
Burner.
Hey skiers, it's Bob, SkiEssentials.com, here to talk about the 2020 Salomon QST 99. It's a revamped ski for this year. It's been pretty popular over the past few years, so it's nice to get a little refresh and try to work out some of the kinks, and Salomon has definitely done that. So for this year, we are looking at a little bit of a different shape and a little bit of a different construction. Mike Aker, who's our Salomon rep, does a really good job of talking about it at the Outdoor Retailer Show. So we're going to let him do that, and I can talk about the performance aspects afterwards.
910 underfoot and 106 underfoot all have a completely revamped construction. So we've changed where and how we use the materials, and we've changed a little bit in the carbon fiber that's in the forebody and the tail of the ski. So if you remember last year's QSTs, we added basalt to the construction, and we did it on the base of the ski, between the base and the core. We've taken the basalt now and integrated it into the carbon fiber that's in the top sheet. So it's a carbon and basalt sheet in the tip and the tail, and a flax inlay under the foot. So more carbon with basalt in the tip and the tail for stability and rebound, and the flax for dampening is all concentrated under the binding area of the ski. The other main change in the construction is that we're using a cork insert in the tip, and in the case of the 106 in the tail as well, where in the past we had that Corid lightweight insert, and the change from Corid to cork really changes the dampness, the quality of the ski in mixed up snow and crud. It's a lot more smooth and stable, but with a similar friendly skiability feel on an all-new platform, new structure, new molds, and slightly new rocker profile throughout the range.
So it's mid-July here in Stowe, Vermont. You know, perfect time to talk about skis. Wish we had the QST 99 on the wall, but it's on a boat somewhere. It's on our way here. Bunch of 2020s trickling in, so we'll try to keep the content coming out and keep you informed. But yeah, basically the Salomon QST 99 is, you know, a fantastic all-mountain ski, supremely versatile. You know, there's a good amount of competition in that 99 to 100 millimeter waist, and Salomon does a good job of differentiating itself with, you know, the interesting construction. They don't just slam two sheets of metal on top of a wood core and call it good. They actually are a little bit sophisticated about their build, as you saw from Mike doing his little talk there. The shape definitely has changed, and that has made a big difference in how the ski performs. Narrower in the tip and tail, so it's going to give it a straighter shape, and that increases the turn radius. So the 2019 had a 19 meter radius. 2020 has 19 and a half, roughly 19.4 they call it. So this is a little bit straighter, and it's going to give you more versatility in the turns. So you're able to switch it up, you know, whenever you want, as opposed to being locked into a tighter turn radius. So again, for that all-mountain versatility, that's a fantastic upgrade. Also, they have less taper in the tips and tails than the previous year, and so that gives you more effective edge. More effective edge gives you more stability at speed and is easier to initiate the turn because the tips go closer to the snow towards the top and the bottom. So that's another change that has really changed the performance of the ski, makes it, you know, just more fun overall, which is kind of what we're all looking for. The flex of the ski is a little bit different. As Mike pointed out, they've done a good job of infusing the basalt into the carbon, and so that makes it a more cohesive unit. So it's not quite as choppy as it used to be, definitely very smooth. I got a chance to ski it in our ski test, And I chose the 181. I probably would buy a 188, but even at the 181, you could really feel how smooth it was from tip to tail. So the whole ski, thanks to that, reduced taper and the good infusion of the materials in the core, really make it very smooth and very consistent from tip to tail. So very predictable in terms of when you're starting and finishing the turn and what you can expect in the meantime. The other thing Mike talked about was the cork in the tips, and that had replaced the Koroyd. And what you get is a much more damp feeling in those tips. You do have the expense of weight, so the Koroyd was lighter than the cork. They added the cork, made it a little bit heavier, but a lot damper. So that's a trade-off that you're going to have to ask yourself if you want. I would take the dampness over the weight. It's pretty minimal at that range. But that said, it's still not a light ski. A lot of people have thought that these QSTs are really, backcountry touring skis first and foremost. Definitely, want to ask yourself how much you want to be dragging uphill. But the bindings in the boots have gotten a lot lighter, so you can also have that trade-off if you want a bit heavier of a ski for the downhill. And what does all this do for the overall character of the ski? Makes it super playful, very responsive. Whether you're really sticking to groomers or really off-piste, this is that true 50-50 ski, on-off, groomers, powder, moguls, trees, doesn't matter. It's very comfortable, very intuitive ski. You click in and go. I have this experience with a lot of Salomons where it's just a natural feeling to it, and I really enjoy that. So this 99 is an extension of that, and you put a little bit more dampness and some better control at speed, and you got a really nice ski here, especially amongst its competitors. It might not be that top level, 2 sheet of metal ski that a lot of expert skiers like, but that also means that you can relax a little bit on it. I've personally been accused of being a bit lazy in my skiing, so this ends up being a really nice option for someone like me who, I don't like having that ski bounce me around all the time. I like to relax, and make a bunch of different turns. The stability and dampness, like I said, comes at a little bit of a cost of the weight, but again, it's not over 100 grams per ski. It's pretty minimal at the most. The ability of the ski to slide and carve turns at the from one to the next, just to be able to switch up your turn shapes and styles, very natural. So you can definitely take this thing and go wherever you want, make whatever turn shape you want. 99 underfoot, definitely not going to rail turns like a carving ski, but that's not what we're after here. We're looking for that overall strong performing all mountain ski. That goes into who's it for, what's this intended audience? It's for those skiers that are, I'd start them at intermediate, but a very high performance ceiling on this ski. I mean, you can really take it to the top. So it's accessible for intermediates, but it's also you can lay into it and really feel the power come out. It's definitely has its high end, because it doesn't have that 2 sheets of metal, but not a lot of skiers can achieve that, and not everyone wants to do that all the time. So this QST 99 is just a fantastic middle ground in that upper intermediate to expert level skier looking for that 50-50 one ski quiver. We say it all the time, doesn't exist, but this is one of those examples of a sophisticated ski. They've done a great job of making the changes to it. We've got it in our 2020 ski test coming out in a few months. A lot of good reviews on it so far. So we're going to try to keep that going and try to keep you informed as to what their, competing models are, any questions, please contact us. You know, if you want to see the QST 99 compared against something else in that category, more than happy to do that. But yeah, overall, this new 2020 shape and build is looking on the up and up. So we're excited to get out there and ski it some more, and hope you're looking forward to reading the reviews when they come up in the ski test. So we'll see you soon. Have a good summer.